Hello everyone. Hey guys, welcome aboard. Welcome to another Business English Upgrade training video and welcome to our YouTube channel. Be more than welcome. I'm teacher Renata and I'm really excited to have you here around with me today for this tip, for another business English tip. In this channel, I teach professional people, professionals of different areas, tips and tricks on business English tips and tricks. For the past 32 years, I've been teaching English online and I've been teaching English in corporate training programs, English corporate training programs. And I'm on a mission now to help as many people as possible, as many professionals as humanly possible to take their English to the next level, to communicate better in English and to enhance their vocabulary, especially the business English vocabulary. So in this channel, I teach you very specific expressions that you can use on your day-to-day communication at the workplace. So everything I teach here, guys, all the tips and tricks are based on my own experience over the past 32 years teaching English as a foreign language, teaching business English to company people, to corporate people. And it's my very pleasure to be here once again with you, to be here to share this time with you and to help you out, to to reach this aim and take your English to the next level. How about today's tip, guys? So today's tip, we are going to focus on the verb bother. How can you use the verb bother in English? Have you ever seen this verb? Have you ever heard? Have you ever used this verb before? To bother? So in this video, you are going to learn this important verb and how to apply it in your day-to-day communication at the workplace. You are going to see that this verb is quite helpful, people, and you can, knowing how to use it, can, it's going to be extremely useful for you, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this video if you stick with me until the end. And in the next part of this video, I'm going to explain you this verb, and we are going to also see it applied in sentences. All right? So, see you in a little bit. Bye for now.
English Upgrade Training, taking your English to the next level.
Hey people, hello. Welcome aboard again. So let's have a look at today's expression or today's verb better, because today our focus is the verb bother. The verb bother, like I said previously, it can be very helpful in business English communication. I'm sure you needed to use this in your business emails, in your reports, or text messages. Nowadays, everybody texts people by WhatsApp, for example. You can use your WhatsApp to text people, and by doing that, you need to use this verb. I'm sure this verb is going to be a lifesaver for you guys. So let's take a look. Let's have a look at that. All right. The verb bother means incomodar. Incomodar as pessoas, incomodar alguém. And so you can imagine how many times you probably needed to use this. Have you ever used this, guys? Have you ever heard about this verb? To bother people, to bother someone, incomodar alguém. So you can see that this is a verb we are going to use very, very often in our communication. Okay? And as always, in the next part of this video, in the next session, I'm going to present you the sentences. I'm going to show you a couple of sentences, and through these sentences, you are going to get a better understanding on how to use this verb in your actual communication. Like I said, in an email, in a text message, or in a meeting, in an online meeting, in a conference call, face to face. So it can be quite helpful. This can be quite helpful. So let's go ahead, let's move ahead, and we'll see this in just a little while. Coming up very soon. Great, guys. Shall we see the sentences? Shall we? All right. Moving on now to the sample sentences, the examples in context here. The first sentence, guys. Sorry to bother you again, but I needed to ask you some questions. So imagine how useful this sentence can be, guys, in your next business email, in your next text message. When you needed to text people in your mobile phone, you grab your mobile phone and you needed to WhatsApp people, you need to text people. This is a great sentence to use. How many times have you wanted to say, desculpa o incômodo, ou desculpa te incomodar novamente? How many times you've wanted to say that in English, and probably you didn't know how to at that time. But today, things are changing. Today, you are learning this new verb, and you are going to start using it in your communication. Aren't you, guys? So, let's have a look at this sentence again. Sorry to bother you again, but I needed to ask you some questions. It's a very polite way to bother people again. So you needed to bother people. That's the bottom line. You do need to bother people. But to do that, you need to be polite. You need to be nice. You need to be friendly, right? So without just barging into people's day, you can just say sorry to bother you again. So let's have a look at the second example, guys, the second sentence here. Don't bother to pick me up at the hotel. I'll get a taxi. So imagine I'm a visitor and I'm visiting your company for the first time, and probably you were supposed to give me a ride from the hotel to the company, or to the office, to your office or to your company. But I can text you and I can say, don't bother, não se incomode. Não se incomode de forma alguma. Don't bother to pick me up at the hotel. I'll get a taxi. You see how you can use this expression the next time somebody is going, for example, to offer a ride. Oh, don't bother to do that. I'll get a taxi. So this is a great example, guys, of how you can use the verb bother in a real situation, okay? In a real communication situation. Have a look at the third sentence, guys, the third example here. It doesn't bother me if you prefer to reschedule our meeting for next week. So imagine that you are super busy. You've been having a hectic week, and you don't seem to find the time to meet with someone. And this person, and you want to say, okay, feel free. In other words, feel free to reschedule our meeting for next week. It doesn't bother me if you do that. It doesn't bother me if you decide to reschedule our meeting for next week. How useful, guys, this expression can be. How useful this verb can be the next time you need to say that in English. Eu não me importo, para mim não tem problema, não é nenhum incômodo. Eu não me importo, não é nenhum incômodo para mim se nós reagendarmos a reunião para a próxima semana. So you can say, it doesn't bother me at all if you prefer to reschedule this meeting for next week. It's a very polite, very friendly way to make people feel comfortable if they need to cancel a meeting with you, or they need to reschedule this meeting because they don't seem to find the time to meet with you this week, in this current week. And another sentence, another example, people. What seems to be bothering you about this negotiation? So a negotiation is ongoing. A negotiation is in process here. And this person seems to be bothered about something. So you can say, what seems to be bothering you about this negotiation? O que parece estar te incomodando? O que está te incomodando a respeito dessa negociação? Is there something you are not comfortable with? Is there some point in this negotiation? Is there any aspect, any factor in this negotiation which is making you feel uncomfortable? So, what seems to be bothering you? What seems to be bugging you about this negotiation? All right? So, you see, guys, in these examples, you can clearly see the verb bother being used in context. Hope it can clarify your questions. Hope it can give you some ideas, some practical ideas on how to use this verb in emails, text messages, and, in a negotiation with a customer, a supplier, in any kind of business setting that you need to use incomodar in English. As always, make sure you apply this verb in the next time you need to use incomodar in English. Make sure you make the most of it. All right, guys, don't just learn something new, but put it into practice, guys. Make sure you use it and you put this into practice. This is the best way possible to incorporate, to consolidate the new expressions, the new vocabulary, the new verbs into your active English, into your active language. Make sure this is not just another video. Make sure you can use it. Copy these sentences, guys. Take notes. Copy this sentence on a piece of paper, on a notebook. Try out other examples, try out other sentences. And if you have any issue at all with this verb, you can always text me, you can always email me, you can always leave your question or a comment in our comment session in this at our YouTube channel, and I'll be more than pleased to address your question. I'll be more than pleased to help you out, guys. Thanks, super thanks for being here, for sticking with me until the end of this video. It's always a pleasure to have you around and to have you here with me to keep me company in this YouTube channel. And super thanks as always. Don't forget to check our online courses. Don't forget to check my online workshops, business workshops, in our website. So you have, in the last part of this video, you have the website address, you have my email contact, and you have my WhatsApp contact. Make sure, if you need any help in terms of business English, if you have questions, if you are looking for business English classes, or if your company is looking for a professional business English training, I'll be more than happy to assist you. All right? Thanks again. See you soon in the next video. Bye-bye.